but
Yeah, so should be good.
yeah, that goes a long way with me.
Hmm.
So yeah, um, we're like 3/5 of the way through it, and then it was like I gotta go play some Titanfall, man.
Yeah.
So we got a spare. Oh, what do we have? We have one of those Unify security gateways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use it at work for our isolated Wi-Fi network, and we've been having some issues with one of them recently, where it was just kind of like rebooting itself or hanging up a bit,
Hmm.
and I feel like it was maybe just overheating. I'm not totally sure because it was sitting on top of this other very hot
Mm.
PoE switch, and Zach was like, let's order a new one. Why don't you go, configure it, adopt it,
Hmm.
unadopt the other one, swap it in, the whole thing. And I was like, hey, so what are we doing with this presumably bad USG here? And he's like, well, why don't you just hold on to it for, whatever, unless you're looking to take it home for the home lab, in which case, go nuts. And I was like, yeah. So I took it home,
Nice.
and I'm working on it, and it's like the things that I don't like about it, I think would probably be rectified by replacing my existing switches with Unify switches, because while I'm getting like all the really cool DPI categorization stuff for the internet traffic, yeah, I'm not getting any of it for internal network stuff.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I assume since the Meraki gives me a lot of that visibility thanks to I think probably mostly thanks to the Switch um, that I have involved in the whole thing. That you know the similar switches would hopefully give me similar visibility. But since the purpose of this is mostly to experiment and not necessarily to like redo a network because otherwise working just fine, don't really have a solution for that because it would
Ah,
require buying new switches.
yeah.
So what I'd like to do in the meantime, which I was hoping that Craig would pop on and he can answer some questions while I sort of trying to figure out where are you? Tone low. Is I think maybe I would like to have both the Unified Security Gateway and the MX64 up at the same time with just the, can I see you from here? Come on, peek out, peek out. Yes, oh, I got that shield up. I'd like to have it in line with the MX64, basically just passing all packets unrestricted, no real firewall stuff between networks, but I'm not totally sure how to make sure I've got that set up right without like fucking with anything else.
Yeah.
Like I kind of assume I just need to have a firewall. Oh, damn it, I should have got you. Firewall rule for each network in each direction that basically just says like pass all data unrestricted.
Yeah.
And let's kill this guy. Boom. Oh, prototype, you're dead. Yeah, past that, but then I need to make sure like my gateways between devices are all correct. So that I can actually so things can route properly. And then presumably,
BGP or OSPF between them.
yeah, that's definitely above my pay grade. I'm aware
Good job,
of
guys.
I am aware of BGP. I know basically what it does, but I absolutely could not configure it and don't even know what like configuring it would look like.
Well,
What was the other one you said? BGP or
OSPF or
oh.
they're all
Is OSPF the same thing as BGP? It's like Cisco's thing or something?
no.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
there you go.
I knew it could only be you. So you're the only other
It's,
person allowed in this channel.
Yeah.
right. I don't feel that too much.
I was just talking to Dave about we had a spare Unified Security Gateway at work that I've adopted literally and figuratively. And
Which or what vendor is that? I don't remember.
it is Ubiquity.
Oh, Ubiquity. Okay.
Yeah. And there we go. I'm in a little 4x4 LPS match right now.
Okay.
I'm facing off a prototype right now.
I'm just
Yeah.
watching a movie and eating ice cream.
Here we
I'm just
go.
hanging out.
Sorry, prototype. You're about to get wrecked. Oh, fuck. You got me. And anyway, so it's got like some really cool deep packet inspection graphing stuff, which I really like. But the whole reason I was looking into this is because my Meraki stuff, the licensing on it is up early 2019, and you know I could probably get them to renew the licenses for free. I think.
Yep.
But I'm not sure exactly how much effort that's gonna take. Oh fuck. Yes. Okay. And so I was like, well, you know, it'd be nice. I like the Unify stuff. And maybe don't need to worry about licensing in general. Like, once it's up, it's just gonna work. And so I was like, at some point, I would potentially switch to a USG anyway. So I've got this one from work that I've been told I'm just gonna have because it was replaced. We replaced it because we thought it was acting up, which I think was just a heat thing. But anyway, so I got it working on the network basically in replacement of my Meraki, and seems to be working with all my various subnets and whatnot. But my question was, there's some things the Meraki does. I think because I have a Meraki switch in my setup too. You know, it's giving me like internal network client information on traffic that the Unify gateway is not, because I've only got, let's go over here, throw that over there, because that's only sitting right between the internet and everything else. So I was thinking, I was like, I could have them both up at the same time with the Unify sitting in between, like, the MX64 and the rest of my network, so it would still capture like all the internet stuff. The MX64 would be like still the main thing. So I was trying to figure out, what do I need to do to make sure that that's configured correctly, and will like pass all the appropriate traffic, and still like allow me to route properly.
Yeah, so you want the Meraki to be able to get out to the cloud through this other internet gateway? No,
the way, and unless you can tell me otherwise, I kind of had it in mind where the Meraki would actually be the final gateway.
Okay. Yep.
But I don't know if there's really a super compelling reason for one or the other. I mean, I guess I already have a VPN configured through the Meraki, which, although I don't know if that would matter.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think is nice about the Meraki. Well, there's a lot of things I think that are nice about the Meraki, but one of the big ones is the fact that you can configure the thing through the web interface, and you don't have to like reach into the box directly to do it. The Meraki can just like pull the config down on its own. So, like what I've run into before with like running my own firewall at home is like, if I want to remote into the thing, I either need to leave like an SSH, connection open. On it, so I can remote into it and change a rule or whatever from the CLI, or I need to leave like my machine set up on like TeamViewer or something like that, so I can get in that way.
Ubiquity's actually got a Cloud Connect thing that they do that works perfect for that, but it's sort of like it works kind of like how Plex works, whereas the Meraki is kind of like you're always dealing with like the Meraki interface, which is always up, whether or not your shit is actually on and reachable.
Yeah.
Oh, here, are you in a match?
I'm not. No.
Alright, hold on.
I'm waiting.
Whereas the Ubiquity stuff is more like Plex, whereas
you're directly interfacing the box.
Yeah, and it's acting as like an intermediary to ensure that it'll like connect no matter what your IP is.
Yep.
So it's like Meraki, you get a new device, as long as you plug it in and it gets on the internet, it's going to pull down the configuration if you've already adopted it. Ubiquity
Yeah.
is not, that's kind of like where that falls apart. You have to make sure that you've manually, done the adoption
Right.
properly and locally or whatever, and then once it's on, as long as everything's up, you'll be able to configure everything you want.
Yeah, and like I said, the Meraki is nice
Oh,
because
Dave's here.
yeah, there
Yes,
you
I am.
I know you're gonna play it. It's so exciting. Anyway, continue.
go.
I was finishing my ice cream before I jumped in.
Nice. Yeah, I kind of feel like the Meraki is a little bit more hands off. Like you can get in and configure it, and like if the box is down,
Yeah.
the next time it boots up, it's gonna pull its config
Yeah.
down.
So if you have to like
Whereas-
wipe it completely or
Yep,
readopt an entirely different one, it's just like boom, here's the config. Doesn't even matter. Your factory
Right.
reset, just pull down your original config. Great.
Yeah.
You can schedule regular patching with the Meraki too, which also
hmm
pretty great.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
So yeah, you're probably gonna be a little bit more on your own, I guess, if you had the Ubiquity versus the Meraki. But I can see that it would be cheaper. You don't have to spend that license every 2 years, whatever it is, to renew it. So there's that. I don't know, is like the throughput comparable? Can you
The
get the 200
throughput is
megabits
actually
out of
way better.
is it better?
The throughput on the Meraki, I think, caps out
250 for
with
the
yeah
MX.
250 if
Yeah.
you've got like the security features enabled, whereas
Yep.
the USG caps out at gigabit, like actual like you're doing DPI
You
gigabit.
can do it does gigabit forwarding
Yeah.
with the inspections
Let,
turned
let
on.
me just verify. I know it's way more than if I had it in line, that would be probably handy. So I kind of assume that what I need is probably to create a firewall rule that would just literally pass everything inbound and outbound for each network that I've configured, right?
Yeah.
And then I would need, I guess my question is, how do I ensure that everyone's getting internet properly and setting my gateways properly with the USG in line? Because let's say
Yeah.
my Meraki is like 192.168.1.1. I've set the USG to be 1.2. Currently, since the USG, the Meraki's out for the moment, the USG is, the network information has the USG as the gateway, the point 2. And I think that there's like a lack of any kind of like fighting right now because the Meraki's out. And I don't know if I need to make any other configurations other than just like that gateway change to ensure that there was like no real competition there, overlap with like networks that I've configured in both places, etc.
Most likely there will be. I'll have to
Okay.
sit down and write it through. You're going to need 2 non-competing networks.
Oh, okay. All right. If this is like
2 inside networks.
if this is a bigger, this sounds like it might be slightly more involved than I thought. In which case, I don't know if it'll be worthwhile for me to actually do
We
that.
can make it work. The biggest issue that you run into is double NAT.
Oh, I'd be double natting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you can set up the Ubiquity to do no NAT routing.
Okay.
Like 0 NAT, but it might be able to do that.
That's good to know. So basically, if I can't configure the Ubiquity to do that, then this sounds like something
There's a
I'll
pilot chasing you, Craig. This
skip
way.
until I have
He's
to.
way back there, but
Okay.
he could be coming around.
Mountains.
Hostile pilot KIA. Warning. Engaging multiple Titans. Laser core.
Who's getting me with their shoots?
Elevated threat condition. Multiple Titans attacking. Enemy pilot has ejected. Fire with laser core. Warning. Reactor exposed. Communication compromised.
Kobe!
Did you actually cove it?
No, I mean I hit him, but I didn't blow him up.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wonder how much health he had left after that. Like, I might see it right here.
Oh,
Oh, he had like
look at
none.
that. Little scratch.
Mm-hmm.
All sensor engine pilot. Power supply ready.
Focus plan. Attack. So how's Frank's like in Toy Story here?
She's loving it, man.
Destroy all
Good.
enemy
Yeah, she is way into it. I was like, I want to watch the thing, and then she'd be pointing them to like another Toy Story, because that's always whatever she calls a sequel to a thing. You want to watch Toy Story? No, I want to watch another Toy Story. Yeah, oh god, there's,
Titans are engaging you.
you know, fuck all you guys.
Critical damage. Tripwire may be useful to deter threats.
You're right. Start on.
Yeah, I know. There's dudes right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
walking. Use all that energy. That's right.
Multiple Titans engaged. Advise you prioritize your targets.
I used Eric's strategy of just knocking a dude
Behind
back
you.
into the smoke like 9 times.
Yes. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 guys back there.
Nope.
And they see us coming. But I'm gonna go the other way. They expect me to be on the other side. Okay, dodge just in
Eject
time.
immediately. Friendly Titan attacking your target.
was not my best round. Oh my god. Greg, you were tearing it up, man.
Yeah, I got 3 kills the first round.
Yeah. I sort of assumed that, like, your score was actually my score. And so I was like, how did I go from first to fifth?
You just see a Neo at the bottom of the board and you just oh, that's just
Oh, Greg, that's never like that.
playing
I
my
just,
game through a wet newspaper.
I just never bother to look at your scores.
Yeah.
Right.
They have
Eric's a
prototype
different
now.
kind of self-centered than what you're
Yeah,
thinking of.
yeah.
Irrelevant. Yeah.
We are winning this battle by a large margin.
They have prototype
Let's finish this
who
pilot.
holds me as his nemesis. Interesting. Okay, so they didn't go right. They didn't appear to go center.
Actions left. Yep.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna see if I can put it in their butts. I was not put it in their butts. Oh fuck.
I put mine in one of their butts.
Oh, I almost got that pilot too. Damn it.
Friendly Titan is attacking your target.
Nice.
By multiple
It's a
Titans.
nice vortex shield you got going there.
It's a shame. That was something where that
Titan
happened.
is attacking your target. Enemy pilot ejected. Friendly Titan attacking your target.
Thank you.
Impressive streak.
All right. Checking the map. Looking for the orange.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Friendly Titan.
I had a pretty good round.
He's back there.
He's back there.
Oh, he got me.
Okay. Oh, it's clear with head.
I surprised him, but he was not doomed and I was. Nice.
Dynamics appreciate your
MVP. MVP.
Damn.
So yeah, I think if you can set the ubiquity up without natting,
Yeah.
like just as either a transparent or like a router,
Mhm.
it might be a little bit simpler.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to have like double nat and getting into that inside host from the outside if you have like some kind of port
Yeah.
going on there.
Which I do.
It's going to be complicated,
So
and it might not work. Server's getting 80 megabit, but your desktop's getting
Oh, you know what?
280
Yeah,
something.
and they would actually both be on the same Switch, I believe. So
I
that
don't know if there's any kind of overhead because of the VM.
right, yeah. And
It
I
might
think if
be.
I was smarter with,
Your network card is virtualized, you know, so
yeah,
you're using the CPU for interrupting on it.
Control transferring to
You
pilot.
might
Power
get a
supply
little
ready.
bit of a performance penalty by doing
yeah.
that.
That's a good point. I'm not like Mr. ESXi wizard
Yeah.
on that. Oh, we got Ryblox and Slaction. Oh, this poor guy.
We're going against EU, bro.
Oh, yeah,
That's in prototype.
Destroy all
And
enemy
Keme,
Titans.
yeah. This should be 5-star. Fuck you. All right.
Major damage sustained. Friendly Titan attacking your target.
All these tethers. I'm getting that. No. Fuck you, Rye.
Transferring controls to manual operation. Eject, eject, eject. Laser core ready. Friendly Titan down. Eject.
Shit.
We're being engaged by multiple Titans. Vortex shield. Strong focus on that Titan, pilot. Well done.
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh,
Were you watching
not
that
get on top
bullshit?
of him? Yeah, could you not get on top of him because
Yeah.
of where he was? I thought that would be perfect time to get on top
Yeah.
of him. Then he'd just be like stuck there.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
Lost that.
Through there.
Started off pretty well on them.
No, I was getting beat up in the ship there way more than there was all those stupid tethers. Sometimes I hear the cat. It's like dark in the rest of the room, and I'm not sure if I'm hearing the cat or my babby. And I have to like look over and wait for my eyes to adjust. Am I gonna see a babby standing 5 feet from me or a kitty?
Destroy
Oh,
all
this
enemy
nigga's
Titans.
being well played.
No, not well played.
Yeah. Strongly disagree.
DP, bad play.
Yeah.
I'm not going down there for myself.
Disengage. Critical damage. Cover.
Alright. Yasha has a squiver left. And you got him with that arc wave, Jesus.
I didn't get.
Oh, he must have ejected.
Pilot attacking. A friendly pilot has ejected. Friendly Titan attacking your target. Critical damage. Tripwire may be useful to deter threats. Enemy pilot destroyed.
Alright, I got that pyro.
Thank you.
Outnumbered by
Camera is
hostile
bad.
Titans.
Or, Jim.
We're engaging
Yeah,
multiple
Rod just
Titans.
came up. He's got full
Recommend
health.
vortex shield.
Nice. Oh, good. You've got actual health, not like my bullshit health.
Ready.
Oh man, slightly decent has like 1 hit point left. Oh, so close.
Keme is dead.
Firing laser core.
Yes.
Impressive destruction of the Titan.
Where is he?
Behind you, behind you, behind you.
Hey?
Craig.
Yes.
That was that fraction minute point you were talking about. I wasn't sure if you were talking about a pilot that you were engaged with or the Titan.
Yeah.
Wow, Kimmy's got 7 kills.
Oh wow.
My systems are yours. We are more powerful.
Too bad they're all like North Stars, so it's hard to really figure out who's who.
Mm-hmm. I'm streaming. Streaming, guys.
Oh, good, good.
I got that one. Good.
Like and subscribe.
Leave your comments below.
Destroy all
Baby's
enemy
getting
Titans.
off. I got my food shot today.
Oh, nice. No more illness for the Eric.
Yeah, this year they put 4 in there. God damn it.
Pilot attacking.
I hate it when I panic and I totally whip my shut up and shot.
Titans are engaging you. I recommend
They were
targeting the closest enemy
totally had
targets.
someone trying to go through the nook there to get the battery.
God damn it. Every one of those shots was
No, I took a couple of them, I think.
Enemy Titan attacking the target.
Oh, behind us.
thank you.
Warning, hull is taking excessive damage. Friendly Titan down. Elevated threat condition. Multiple Titans attacking. Warning, sustained collateral damage. Take that Titan out. Vincent Dynamics appreciates your impressive work, pilot.
Cammy's at like 1 bubble left in mid. Oh, get away! Oh. Yeah, Cammy's got like less than a bubble in mid. Hover up there. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Good try, man. There was nothing he could do there.
Yeah, once he was flying, it's like, oh, okay, you got your good shot in, but now
Yeah.
you're just sitting there.
Damn, Cammy's got fucking 9 kills.
Damn.
Control transferring to pilot. Power supply ready.
I wish we could figure out who he was so we could all just feed all of our kills to him.
Why do we want to do that?
I mean, why not?
But
Make everyone else on the team feel bad for not doing anything.
I think they already feel
This
that
is
way.
a close battle. It is 2v1.
I mean,
Destroy all enemy
he's only got like, he's not like nearly as far ahead in damage as that kill count would suggest.
Multiple Titans engaged. Advise you prioritize your targets.
Get my energy back.
Multiple Titans are engaging you. I recommend targeting the closest enemy first.
Alright, Ebra's down to 1 bubble.
Critical damage. Advise cover.
I guess if I can get this back.
Guard.
Did you get it?
Yeah, thanks.
Nice. Alright.
Fucking hell, get my Titan.
He's good to return safely, pilot. You are outnumbered by hostile Titans.
We should have our dudes coming in from behind on these
Alright.
guys.
Perfect.
Critical damage. Take evasive action.
Alright, go for this guy.
Nice.
Ion laser core activated. Friendly Titan down.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Fuck.
Watch this.
And he's got 10 kills.
Power systems transferred to pilot.
How could you have done this?
I mean, it's kind of my thing, Eric.
It's like Denzel Washington and Train B. I'm surgical with this bitch.
Yeah. Surgical shotgun. Yeah, this Dave and me in the ship here is
Yeah.
working out
All
pretty
we really
okay.
have to do is hold them off.
Yeah, exactly. They get all distracted. Oh shit.